Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, I present Lieutenant Colonel Silky.
Well, thank you very much. I know that applause wasn't for me, but my brief remarks. Stacy, it's your day. I'm glad to be here. For those that didn't know, I wasn't going to be here because I had a trip to Kazakhstan, but fortunately that got canceled, and I think it got canceled for a very important reason, so I can share in your day. Welcome everyone, distinguished guests, family. General Maxwell, thank you for coming. Chief Gutierrez, Colonel Brewer, Chief Garcia, Colonel Kabashigawa, Colonel Inman, thank you for being here. Chris, Keegan, Hunter, Avery, wow, what an amazing surprise that you could come out here and surprise your mom on this day. It was completely unexpected, but at the same time, you know, I would expect nothing less from a great family like yours. John, Helen, thank you also for being here. What your daughter has done over the last 19 years for service is nothing short of remarkable. You should be very proud. For those that know me, I typically don't, preach or give a speech from a pulpit, but I thought that this event was a little too important to make a mistake and do this just on my own. As I said before, we've gathered to celebrate the success of Stacy Cavallero over the last 19 years by promoting her to the next higher rank, Chief Master Sergeant. 19 years is one heck of a military career. It's nothing short or to shake a stick at, especially considering what Stacy has done over that time. Of course, talking to her, you wouldn't think that she thought it was all that amazing. To her, it's no big deal. In discussions that I have had with her, Stacy talks about how she came into work every day and did one thing. She just did her job. She's quick to point out that her career has been spent almost all in personnel and administrative functions. And in some respects, it's not a big deal. In fact, she performed those roles at just a handful of locations here and in Minnesota. If you want a detailed history, it's in her bio on the program. I encourage you to actually read it. But I'm not here to just go over, her bio. And while she's been here a long time, she is quick to point out that I am actually her 8th commander that's been at this unit. And for me, that's actually quite impressive. She's outlasted everybody. Although she will tell you again that she didn't do anything special to get here. But I will tell you that she got here first and foremost, like I said before, doing her job. However, over time, doing her job simply was not enough. Instead, she knew that to succeed, she had to employ some CYA principles over the years. Of course, I'm not talking about the principles some use to cover their proverbial backsides. That is not Stacy. And that, in my opinion, is not a quality I look for in a Chief Master Sergeant. Not our top 1% of our force. Instead, I'm talking about principles of C, focusing on the customer. Principles of Y, focusing on yourself. And focusing on principle of A, your airman. That's the CYA I'm talking about. You see, Stacy always took care of the customer because she knew her job. I kept saying it. She knew her job. She always understood what the customer needed, and more importantly, the whys they needed it. She was and still is the force support expert at the wing. She knocks it out of the park every day with her job. But everybody in this room know how hard life can be sometimes, especially when early on we tend to focus on brand new careers. Out of college, out of high school, it's time to move to the next level. Fortunately, Stacy was able to reflect on her life and her career and made some very difficult but yet important decisions along the way. Those decisions that she made ensured her own personal, physical, and spiritual well-being, something that we all try to do on our daily lives. By doing so, she ensured she got herself right and also made sure that her family, which is most important to her, was well taken care of. And with the customer and herself right, Stacy was ready to focus on airmen. Focus on airmen the proper way. She was able to apply TLC to her co-workers and subordinates when they needed it the most. Everybody in the unit knows Stacy makes the time to teach, lead, and care. Doing all three of those in a way we all individually and as a group can respond to. The short of the matter is she knows what makes us tick, and she knows what makes us all better airmen. That's the type of person that Stacy is. That's the chief that I know. And that is why she is following in the footsteps of her father-in-law as Chief Master Sergeant and former FSS Superintendent, which I believe is kind of a little cool history for this wing, just something to put in the record books. But Chief Master Sergeant Stacy Cavallero, that has a very, very nice ring to it. I know you will do well because you're all about the people. I've seen it in action, extremely confident. The United States is confident in your abilities. The Arizona Airmen are confident in your abilities. So with that, I leave you. But I'd be remiss if I didn't pass on just a couple leadership lessons that I've learned in my very short career. Some of which you already know. They're not complex, but I hope you remember. Number one, be prepared to get your hands dirty. Leaders are doers. Managers are delegators. Number two, there's a real difference between authority and respect. Know the difference, and make sure your people know too. Number three, honesty and family. I don't care how you slice it, it's a winning combination. And the final one is when you're out there leading the herd, be sure to look back and make sure the herd is still there once in a while. Because if they're not, it's up to you to make change and get the herd back. Again, congratulations, well-deserved, happy promotion.
The pinning portion of today's ceremony is a tradition which highlights the significance of the first time a higher rank is placed on the uniform. It is customary for the promotee to have family members or close friends participate to recognize their contributions to the promotee's success in achieving the higher rank. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Attention to orders. Special Order AB 38AZ. Senior Master Sergeant Stacy Cavallero, 161st Force Support Squadron, 161st Air Refueling Wing, is promoted to the grade of Chief Master Sergeant effective 11 January 2015 by the order of the Governor, signed Edward P. Maxwell, Brigadier General, the Assistant Adjutant General, Air. Please be seated. Will Chris, Hunter, Keegan, and Avery, would you please come forward to assist Lieutenant Colonel Sisilski in pinning on Senior Master Sergeant Cavallero's new rank?
It's the only opportunity.
Please stand while Lieutenant Colonel Sasilsky re-administers the enlisted oath.
I state your full name.
I, Stacy Caballero,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the state of Arizona
and the state of Arizona
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic.
foreign and domestic,
That I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same.
and allegiance to the same,
That I will obey the orders
that I will obey the orders
of the President of the United States
of the President of the United States
and the Governor of Arizona
and the Governor of Arizona
and the orders of the officers appointed over me
and the orders of the officers appointed over me
according to law and regulations.
according to law and regulations.
So help me God.
So help me God.
And now, without further ado, Chief Master Sergeant Stacy Caballero.
Thank you very much. Thank you all for coming today. I know it's a very important drill day with our exercise and everything, so thank you all for taking the time to spend with me this afternoon and my family. I also thank all of General, Chief, Colonel, Chief.